Welcome to another vlog where I am solo traveling in China. So on this day, I convinced my mom and my grandma that I am fully capable as an 18-year-old to navigate China on my own without Google Maps. When I was little, when you're little, when you go back to China, your parents always tell you you cannot go outside alone. You got kidnappers and kidnappers and kidnappers because it's Asia. And then you're always like, okay, when I go out, I need to be with my parents. I cannot even step out of the door by myself. But then you turn 18 and then you get freedom. I was just looking for places that align with my interests, and I found this place that's essentially, I think, some type of a mall that has just a bunch of these cute arts and merch, and they had things for K-pop, things for anime, things for just a little bit of everything, but it wasn't really crowded. I don't really know why, maybe because I went on a weekday, I don't even remember. But the idea was that I went to this place that just had a bunch of cute shops full of cute things and cute toys. It's like you put me out, it's like you expect me to do what? I found this cute shop with all the cute little things, and I was looking around filming, and it was such a quiet day, so nothing was too awkward and panda. And then I found this store that essentially they have this station where they have a bunch of little charms, and you can make phone cases, and you can also make sculptures, and you can make different things, like an arts and crafts station. And I saw it online before. They have this kind of place in Toronto, but obviously if you're gonna do this in Toronto, it's gonna be 5 times more expensive. So I did it in China, and essentially I just paid, and I was like, oh, I can make a phone case here. I need a new phone case, and let me make one. And then they just tell you to pick all the charms that you want, and then you can place them, to figure out your placement on your they give you a plastic case depending on your phone size, obviously. And basically I just had fun doing that. And then they have this glue that you use. It's like they call it translated, it's they call it a vanilla cream type of glue, which isn't, it's more liquid glue, but it's also not your average school glue. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a very interesting glue that I've never seen before. And I'm not sure how strong it is, but I've had this phone case for a while now, and it's okay. It's not the strongest thing in the world, but it works. It keeps the things in place. And if ever something falls out, I have other glues to fix it. So I don't think this is the most practical phone case on earth, because all the little charms could just I have anxiety as all the little charms gonna fall, and if one falls, it ruins the entire aesthetic. But you know what, it's fine. I could keep it as souvenir. That's the point. It's fine. And then basically they give me a little case. They were like, you have to hold on to it and don't move it too much because the glue hasn't dried. So I was just carrying that thing with me in the entirety in a little box. It was like, yeah, this is what I got. And then I kept looking around. Everything was so cute, but it was also not I don't know. It's just everything was so cute. They had cute shops full of I don't know how to describe it, it's also very cute. They had this little K-pop shop. Said they have people put post-its, people put art. It's so fun and so cute. And they have all these albums. So yeah, and also had Taylor Swift albums for some random reason. So apparently Taylor Swift is in K-pop now. Some of the stores, I didn't even know what the heck was going on in there. I think at some point I stumbled upon I don't know, it looks like a cafe, but there was no one in it. But no one was stopping me from going in there. I was so confused. But then they had all these little stickers, and they also had a stand, but they had calico critters and other just merch. So it's confusing, but it's eye candy, so I'm not complaining. And they also have, you can also play video games in them. I'm telling you, everything that you can think of, you can find a mall in China. It's you want to do anything, it's in the mall. Okay, and then I went to a cat. It's like a cat's cafe, but they were not a cafe. So what they would, so essentially what they would do is like you get in there. You can pay for it like the hour or two that you play with the little cats. They had a bunch of cats. Like there was like this one place. It's like a cat's cafe, but it's not a cafe because it's just a place where you play with cats. But they would order the drinks for you because they have other shops where they sell drinks, right? So what they would do is that they would order the drinks for you, and it's like paid up in that bundle that you get, that you pay for when you play with the cat. So it's kind of like all included. It's kind of like, so I'll call it a cat's cafe because what else am I supposed to call it? But that place had like 50 different breeds of cats. Like they had like every single breed you can think of. They had one cat like that. It's like they have one of everything, and all the cats were like together in this collective room, and they were just roaming around doing random things. Oh, and one of them peed on me. They had like the little poster that said, oh, some of them might pee on you, and I was like, oh. And then they had like a little station with tissues, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. My dress is dark, it's fine. It's a cute little kitties, I don't mind. It's like, it's just all around. It was like kitty paradise, and there were not a lot of people. Most people that were in there were like girls, like little, like young girls my age. So essentially, it was like a room full of like young girls like me and cats. It's like, how much better can this get? I was like, wow, if only my brother was there, because he loves cats so much. He would kill to be in that room, but it is me in that room. I was like, this is peak paradise. It's like, also, who knew that there was like a random cat's cafe in like some place in the store? Also, they give you snacks and ice cream. Like, I think it comes in a bundle, but like they give you water too. They give you snacks at some point, and it's like, and they like to. So when I was sitting down, sometimes they like to like go under my dress. I don't know how to explain that, but. Oh yeah, and like the bubble tea that I ordered, like that day, because I think it took longer than usual for it to come, so it came at like more like the last few minutes that like the last 10-20 minutes that I was there. But that's fine. I don't mind, you know. I'm just in paradise with kitty cats, like no problem. And I don't know if cats are supposed to drink boba, but nobody said anything to me. So yeah, one of the cats was very nice to take care of the spilled tea on my cup. I was like, I'm not gonna stop you. It was fun. I was like, wow, this is the life I could have lived, you know? subway, and then where did I go? I don't remember what was my plan, but essentially I wanted to go to a bookstore, I think. So I went to this what do you call? I don't know. I just searched like a bookstore. I don't know how I even found this. I just searched on like, well, they don't have Google there, so it's like the internet. So what happened was, I think I just searched and I was like finding like a bookstore, and then I found this like, but the thing that's the funny thing is that this bookstore is a Japanese bookstore. And China, like, I don't know, I just keep looking at things and then I just end up going to like Japanese themed places. Like, I give up on myself at this point. I went to a Japanese bookstore in New York, and then in China I also went to a Japanese bookstore in China. Like, there were books in there that were Japanese. Like, what am I doing in there? I do not know. But I did end up also going to a bookstore, like a Chinese bookstore, which is like much bigger. It's like a whole building that's a bookstore. But the idea is that I cannot read. Like, well, I cannot read that efficiently in both languages. So I don't really know what I'm doing at a bookstore, but I love browsing through a bookstore. It's like the one place I could just walk by like for hours. So I was just there for the vibes, you know. So what I was looking for was like mangas. It's like manhwas, and like Chinese, like with like little bit of Chinese that I can actually read, you know. I essentially can read that, but the thing is, like, books in China or like just in Asia in general, when they're in bookstores, they're all wrapped in plastic. That doesn't happen in like America, right? But like, when the book is wrapped in plastic, I have no idea what the heck is inside. So I was just like, oh, I'll gamble about it. And I did end up buying a couple of books, and I did end up like finding out later that they're not like, they're books full of words instead of full of pictures. I sound like an amateur when I say that, but you know, language barriers. But the remedy of that was that the books I bought that were full of words, I can actually read them. That's it for the vlog.